all I see.
What's up, y'all? We are back for episode 4 of the
WNN podcast. The Will and Will podcast.
Come on,
the
bro.
Woo-woo,
You did so good.
The Woo Woo podcast.
4 episodes in, you get it right. And then now it's the Woo Woo podcast.
The Woo Woo podcast. Let me see if I can get there. Get me a little
What are you doing?
thing for my story. I gotta let people know we're in here. Hold on.
All right. So we're here. We're at the... Oh, this is pretty.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Look at that. Yeah.
We're at the Will and Nay podcast, episode 4.
We live right now. I'm just recording.
We are
this shit.
live.
I'm cutting her off while she's talking to the live.
Live. Come on, y'all. Come on over to Adorned and Taji on Instagram because that's
We
where
already
we're
had
live
this conversation.
at. That's where we're live at.
We had
so,
this convo before.
thank y'all for the hearts. Thank y'all for joining in. So we want to talk to y'all today. This is interactive. We're gonna be talking about the things and the things and the things, but we want y'all to chime in too. So we had to, gather ourselves because we watched Creed 1 and 2, and that's Creed is our favorite series. So we saw Creed 3 Friday when it came out, and good old Coco, good old Queen Reinvented, said she hadn't seen Creed.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, you can't be running around in these streets talking about you, my sister, and you ain't seen Creed. So we had to sat her down and watch Creed 1 and 2.
So, yeah. And Creed 2 is my favorite movie of all time. And that's big coming from me. My favorite movie was The Last Dragon. It was dethroned to number 2 after decades of being number 1 for me.
But yeah, so it was a good watch though. I feel like we can easily if y'all haven't seen Creed 1 and 2, I'm gonna just spoiler alert now. We'll be easy on the Creed 3 spoilers.
Yeah,
but,
we ain't gonna say nothing about Creed 3.
But Creed 1 and 2, come on now. It was 2015 and 2018. Y'all should have been watched it already. But I feel like watching it now, there was so many things that I feel like I never even really paid attention to. And watching them back to back, including after just seeing 3, watching 1 and 2 back to back, it was just there were so many storylines and things that they threw in there that I didn't even pay attention to and recognize, specifically in 2. And I had mentioned this to you about Adonis being in the ring and getting knocked down, and Bianca being pregnant at the time was essentially what happened. Yeah, to his mother.
With
Apollo, and with Adonis, she was pregnant at the time that Apollo died in the ring. So it was just the way that as many times as I've watched Creed 2, and it's probably over a dozen at this point. Hey, True Artisan. I never even put that parallel together, and it took me watching 1 and 2 back to back to even see that. What's up, Mercy Productions? Thank y'all for tuning in, loves. So seeing those parallels back to back, I was just first off, shout out to Ryan Coogler, shout out to Michael B. Jordan and Tessa Thompson, and
shout out to me for lending my tears to
and, everybody's favorite mama, Felicia Rashad, because the way that movie is...
Yo, she still is playing the same motherly role. She will forever be my TV mom. It don't matter what role she plays or where she goes. I always look at her, and she always does this look thing where she was like...
I'm gonna beat your ass, but I'm being real nice look.
All right.
You got one more time.
But yeah, it's amazing. I'm not gonna spoil 3. 3 was absolutely great.
Right.
I'm glad Michael B. Jordan was able to direct that.
Yes.
He did his directorial debut in that. That was a perfect opportunity.
I feel like it was very full circle for him to do 3 and for that to be his directorial debut.
And I already have my theory.
Maybe he produced the other stuff, the Raisin Beyond.
Yeah.
Because I'm I know he has a whole production company, so maybe it's just a different hat that he was wearing for those.
That part.
But yeah, what were you going to say?
No, I just have a whole theory. You already know my theory for after the third one, where I think it's going. Which they kind of allude to in the second one.
Yeah.
If you think about it. Because he said something when they laid on the floor. You don't remember... After he came back from the gym, he lays on the floor right before Bianca, Tessa, comes in and lays next to him. And she goes, "How was it?" And he says something. And he said, just I don't want to say it because I don't want them
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm
sorry.
Can share.
I didn't want to spoil it. At least you know you come to these lives, you ain't gonna get nothing spoiled. So anyway,
but yeah, not
the synchronized. Just watch the second one and get to the part where they're in their room and they lay down together. I guess it's after he comes back from the gym, and he was trying to get his daughter to go to sleep, and he goes to the gym. He's boxing, and then he comes back and he lays on the floor with her on his chest, and then Tessa walks in and ends up laying down next to him and asks how was it, and there's a short dialogue, which to me is a precursor to part 4. So if you haven't seen 3, I don't even know if there's gonna be a part 4. I'm just assuming. But if there is gonna be a part 4, 3 jumps into 4, and they could wait a long time, just like they did for Rocky.
They could to even
potentially do what I think
and
might be
especially
done.
at this rate. We got Scream 19 coming out, so they can wait as long as they want to.
Do y'all watch Scream movies still? Like, are you going to the theater to see this, or are you waiting for on demand? You bootlegging it? You waiting for a guy to come into your barbershop with a DVD? not a DVD. Imagine. Remember they used to come into places with the thin paper they printed out on their home printer and the plastic.
Yes.
Bro.
Those were the days.
It used to be like 1 for $8, 2 for $10, like 3 for $12 or something like that.
But they were coming with CDs, crazy. Socks, bubbles, whatever they could think of, whatever they could find.
They used to be, and first off, you know it's not official. If they didn't come in with their DVDs in a plastic bag, a black plastic bag, like that was their carry-on for their DVDs.
Why was the black plastic bag the suitcase?
Bruh, it was.
What up, Sailor? Sailor, come join live with us. Hop on the live. Let's talk.
Talk to this man. Because if he ain't see Creed 3, we ain't got nothing to talk about.
Sailor, did you see Creed 3?
He probably didn't. You know this man be working TSA.
Use your fingers. Let us know if you saw Creed 3.
The last fight he saw was somebody wrestling over luggage. When he tried to throw away somebody's shea butter. That wasn't a stab at you. It was just me talking to you. It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
So let me tell y'all what happened to me real quick, right? Oh, hey, Sailor! I'm going to tell y'all what happened. And
pretty sure it was LaGuardia, too.
No, it's not doing it. We were going to France, and I'm pretty sure it was LaGuardia, and had my shea butter. Hi! I had my shea butter, and I thought it was like, the 4-ounce or whatever size one.
It's creamy.
And I thought I was going to be good. I was like, it's not the big one. It's the small one. And bro was like, you can't take this. And I was like, why not?
C4 Jiffy explosive shea butter.
And I got eczema. I had at that time. So I was like, you telling me I'm going to a whole different country. Bruh. Not even just like another state where I could kind of like try to find a Whole Foods. I'm going to a whole different country that I've never been to before, and I have nothing to moisturize my skin.
First off, this man, if for people who may not know, the guy who's on here with us actually is a TSA employee. So any people who are getting prison unnecessarily, they getting stuff confiscated, they're taking your luggage, they're taking you to a back room, doing things to you, is this man. he runs over.
That's crazy. That is
just so you know.
Yeah, that's kind of, well, I mean, for me personally, right? Me personally, I don't take it.
You know why?
Well, where were you that day, bro?
It was definitely a
And here's why though. So my one of my supervisors was like, all right, so now we're classifying Vaseline as medical. So I was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. I was like, that's what's up. And then me and my sister,
yes,
shout out to Graham, we both looked at each other. We was like, well, shea butter is medical too, because they got
more medical than petroleum Vaseline.
People use it for a skin condition and everything like that. So I was like, yeah. And ever since then, I never took it. Your coconut oil, if it ain't solid, you out of luck. But shea butter, you good.
Yeah, and coconut oil is gonna melt dumb quick.
Yeah.
If it's slightest side of heat,
It's a
coconut
wrap.
oil is coconut water.
Coconut oil, coconut water.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
bro, I think that was the worst thing that happened because like we all hyped, we about to go over to Cannes Festival. We get there and he was like, "Yeah, you can't take this on." And she had just bought it. It was fresh, and that was all she can use on her skin. I had been trying to tell her to use what I was using for the longest, and she hadn't done it because once you're comfortable with something and that's what's working for you, you don't want to change it. And so that's what happened. She didn't want to change it. We got there, bruh. The tears and the upset. She was literally.
I was literally devastated.
And we trying to go into the what do you call them? What are they called stores?
The little shops.
No. What is what did she say she's going to?
Duty free
to get. Yes, it's a spot. Yo, there's a not the access. What the hell are they called?
What did you say, Silla?
Yes.
Duty free.
What?
Duty free. That's what it says?
Duty free. Okay.
Yes. So we went in one of them spots, right? Everything had. It was like perfumed everything, bro. Everything had some kind of chemical, whatever in it. And I was like, look, babe, just use my oil while we there. You should be good. I got you. You'll be all right. Da-da-da. She used it and never went back.
Never went back.
All right. So are you telling me I should be switching off of shea butter?
I use grapeseed oil. And I've been using grapeseed oil to lock in moisture forever.
And it's less thick, it's less harmful on your clothes.
Yeah.
I still feel like it's a little filmy like shea butter, but it's nowhere near as bad. Like I feel like I used to use shea butter, especially, eczema fam. So I'm using shea butter all the time and it's like my clothes become thick and heavy after a while from the shea butter. Like no matter how much washing you do, eventually you gotta get rid of it. But I'm really
I'm not I used to moisturize with shea butter and vitamin E oil every morning before. And one day, one of my homegirls, she was like, "Yo, boy, what's going on with your shirt?" I'm like, "What you talking about?" Like both of the shoulders,
that shaded, faded.
The shoulders, they were like 2 to 3 shades darker than the rest of my.
And
shirt.
I used to tell bro,
I would never wear a yellow shirt. Like, it was black or nothing.
I was like, bro, and we would do laundry, and I'm like, you got to stop doing shea butter. It's ruining your clothes. I was like, your clothes are getting destroyed by the shea butter. And she was like, well, I can't use anything else. And I was like, just use the grapeseed oil. Trust me. Use it when you get out of the shower. Just trust me. Just trust me. And she was like, no, it's not. She didn't think it was she needed something thick.
Because, you feel like even now, like if I put if my hand acts up a little bit, I still feel like I need something that's a little bit thicker than grapeseed oil. And especially back then, it's over a majority of your body. It's not just like a little spot or whatever. So mentally, you're like, I need something thick so that I don't itch, so that I'm not bothered. It can heal on its own. And I was like, this little oil ain't gonna cut it. My skin gonna eat that up. And then the other thing too is thankfully over time my skin healed. So, eating right.
So,
but I know in the winter though, I'll be shea butter.
I don't wear thermals.
I wear shea butter.
Right.
Like, yo, baby, it's cold out. Give me my shea butter.
My shea butter.
Yo, so let me ask you: you seen any of the Creed movies?
He said he didn't see the Creed.
I seen.
Okay, that's fine.
1 and 2.
That's fine. So, what are your thoughts on the first two?
On the first two, I thought they were great actually. Like the first one, obviously the introduction was like, oh wow, this is like a good story, and they continue on as Apollo's son. Kind of look like
that's the mustache, yo.
They do a lot in the first one, and then in the second one, that was pretty cool too. How they had Drago's son meet Apollo Creed's son. That was a good thing. I was kind of like, I don't know. I liked it, but I wanted them to get more into the story of a little bit more about. Why am I forgetting
Bianca?
her name? Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, that's the type of character. Because wasn't she
Definitely.
going blind or something? Deaf.
Well,
Okay,
how about I
now it
tell you
makes sense.
this, and it's not me telling you anything. Every movie expands on the storyline, so
Mm-hmm.
you won't be disappointed.
All right, cool. I mean, I'll probably forget by the time I see it.
You listen. You gonna be on. He gonna be on the Pirate Bay,
Pirate Bay.
easymovies.com. I don't even know if that's a thing, but
Not for that, but it's been like going to TV really quickly. It's not
and it
like
take
when we
forever,
were growing up for your movie. Yeah,
bruh.
like 7 months. So it be like a month out. They like, all right, yeah,
And I think
straight to
that's
the
more
game.
so because of the streaming
Yep.
now. If you think about it, streaming be bringing them in crazy money.
And at this point, I think it's at max is 90 days, depending on the film. Oh, hold on.
Okay.
TMB Network
Marvel.
said, I wish the relationship with Rocky and his son was explained a little deeper.
Yeah,
Okay,
I can understand that. I can understand that because, and it's funny because that was the last scene we technically get to see is them connecting again.
What's up, Sean?
But yeah.
But wasn't there, in the last Rocky movie, wasn't that
Well, the last Rocky movie was focused on him fighting the black dude and trying to come back. Do you remember that? Huh?
Antonio Tarver. He was fighting Antonio Tarver, but yes,
He's a dad. He's a dad. He's a dad. That whole look, his response. He's a father.
TMB said all he said was the son moved away with his family.
Yeah, he just talked about them not really having a relationship. You know what I feel like it was? I feel like he became a hermit.
Yeah.
And he didn't really reach out to his son like he should have. And I think the relationship he built with Michael B. Jordan, with Adonis, made him feel that father-son relationship and realize he should have been doing these things with his son as well. And so I feel like they were explaining the relationship that he missed out on with his son by explaining it through relationship with Adonis. And that's why I'm like, if you look at it, like the more I watch it, the more I realize in the storylines that it might be stuff they didn't even plan on, but it just magically worked out that way. But yeah, I definitely think that was the explanation for them, because he said in the movie, he was like, you know, what about your son? Like, why he ain't basically fighting? And he was like, you know, I tried to, but it really wasn't his thing. And if that's all he has and he can connect with, he's not going to have that much of a relationship with his son. So the son leaves to Vancouver with his family, and you don't have him there, and you're not that type of... The man didn't know what the cloud was. So he ain't communicating like that, right? So naturally, I feel like he didn't understand how to reach it. You ever miss, like, you got a close friend or somebody you cool with, even a family member, and it's just been so long and you want to call, but you just like, nah, it's awkward at this point.
And that was the point I was going to say. I also feel like after so much time went by, you're just like, when I do call, is it going to be weird? Am I going to get barked on? I don't want to, like, he's probably non-confrontational. Like, he wants a good relationship with his son. He doesn't want a bad one. TMB said Rocky was supposed to be in Creed 3, but he spoke about how he felt the writers didn't write him a big enough role in this movie, so he decided not to do it at all.
Well,
I'm actually not mad at that.
Yeah, originally I thought he wasn't going to be in it at all, because of the original words that I heard was that he said he wanted to take a step back from the film and not be a prominent role in the film at all.
He's in the back end. He's still like a director, producer, whatever his credit is. But yeah.
Honestly, for the third movie, I don't see how he would have played a part in that.
Yeah, it would have been like whatever they wrote him as probably would have actually
been minimal, like, because there's nothing much he would have been able to contribute to the third one.
It would have just been like, you know, wild inspiration. We're happy you're still in the family. We're, you know, you're still alive.
Yeah, the only thing he really done was be
that part.
Like the new Mickey.
Get in there,
bro. That was it. Yeah.
He was like, get out of my goddess.
Not really.
Yeah.
All he could have done. But I definitely need to see it, and just to be like, all right, I saw it, but also I'm interested in
TMB said Rocky would have been just the guy who was the spit bucket.
Come on, spit it in here.
That's crazy.
Come on.
That's actually funny.
No.
I want to see
Not
it
Bianca.
like I feel like it's much more
Yeah.
boxing. It's like just the way, just looking at the commercials and knowing what the storyline is like, yeah, that's a deeper thing than boxing. And it's like, I can't speak for other communities, but like stuff like that is that happens a lot. Where it's like supposed to be my man, and you know, I did this for you, I went away because of you, I took a bullet for you, or you know what I mean, I got sent up north because of you, and now I come out, or you just haven't spoken to me since then, and it's just like,
now I want to fight you.
I'll tell you something. When you see the movie, just pay attention to everything. Because Nate was on some, did you realize such and such, such and such? And I was like, what? And he was like, yes. Well, look, it was such and such and such and such. And I was like, oh. I was like, yo.
Bro, I was in there with my investigator eyes.
Yo, when I tell you they built the third one like an anime, they built it like an anime. You talking about the Don Flamenco joint? I mean,
no,
I said Don Flamenco.
Jordan said
the One Piece with Jonathan Major's photo shoot.
No, not even.
Michael
B. Jordan.
Yeah, when he said he was putting stuff in there.
Like, I get punched in the stomach and you see me like curl up. I got that from Dragon.
Oh yeah, you'll see the anime info. There's one specific thing.
There's so many references, but there's one specific scene where I was like, this is JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Like, you can't tell me. I don't even know if he's ever watched the anime, but I was like, that's what that is.
I thought first JoJo, and I was just like,
you know what? JoJo, you gotta get once you get to the third series, that's when it takes a specific, consistent turn, because they use a specific thing in that going forward in the series. But
all right, yeah, because I in that, and then Bunny, she was making a cosplay for some. She made a cosplay. Dude was the one that only had like 4
Rohan
episodes. It was a
Kishibe? Best spoke Rohan Kishibe?
Yeah, she made somebody wanted a cosplay of that, so she watched it and was like, all right, cool. And I was like, that was kind of weird.
I love it. Cool. If you continue to watch him, then you'll tie in because he's introduced in the 4th series. So, yeah, he comes in the 4th series, and then you understand more about who he is and why he does what he does. But
I feel like the first season of JoJo is kind of like, because it's like a little old, a little Transylvania
it's literally backstory
type, you know, like it's cool, but I feel like the second one is more like, okay, we could get down with this.
The first one is backstory, literally setting you up for plot. The second one is introduction to action, but then they change, like, okay, so you know how you watch Hunter x Hunter, right? So you know how they have men as their fighting system? Well, in JoJo, they were using something different in the first 2 series before they got to the third one. The third one, they switched it completely, which you might have seen in the Thus Spoke Rohan Kishibe joint. So, yeah, they switched it up, they added something different to it, and now that's what they utilize for all the series. But because of that, it makes it 3,000 times more interesting. Yeah. Because it's unpredictable.
Exactly. About it. JoJo's probably like my top 3 as far as animes that I feel like I could just sit and watch. Hunter x Hunter is number 1.
Yeah, better.
I have another reason to like not sit and try to force myself to continue watching one.
Wait, how far did you get? Because I remember when you started.
Bro, I got up to
You in triple digits?
How would you say? Yeah, but like low triple digits. I got past the guy.
Hey, I've only gotten to episode 34 on my own, so I've never made it past that. And
there's this like the Sky Island or whatever, and they fight this dude that just got like this immense power. He calls himself the god or whatever and everything like that, and they end up fighting him. And then after that, they go back down because the whole island up top got destroyed for some reason. I forgot. But they ended up going back down to Earth, and they just landed on some other weird island where a dog was walking. And they're like, oh, look at that dog. But it was like, the dog was like the size, the length of the whole island. Like he was just walking and walking and walking, and his body, it was very weird. He ended up on like stilts, because it was a guy just walking around on stilts because he went up there on some. I told my friends that I could do it, and then I got scared to get down. Now he's old, so he went up there when he was young, and he's been so scared for years that old man now. I'm like, okay, I can't.
I don't blame you, because even you telling it, I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Why? Why did they do that?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
And I know this about, and even when I was watching Naruto, it's like, once the arc is done and they do that drop off, I gotta force it. I can't. I'll be like, bro, what am I looking at? Why y'all talking so much?
They're gonna get to a point and it's gonna be nonstop fighting now. Like,
I'm not gonna hold you. I do hate filler episodes. I'll be like, can I skip this one? Like, is whatever you're talking about important, or like what's the deal?
I always keep the filler list handy. And like,
hey, wait, is this a filler note? How many? 3? 1, 2, 3. No, I don't need none of this.
So get rid of it. 190, 170. Let me go.
Oh man, they did that though with like Dragon Ball. During Dragon Ball Z, the original one, it's like 230 episodes, but then they cut it down to like 160 or something like that. They cut a smooth like 70 filler episodes out of it, and they called it Dragon Ball Z Kai. And I think that's what they ended up putting on like Cartoon Network when it came over here. But
yeah, I remember I was watching this. I was like, "Oh, a new Dragon Ball," and I'm like,
"Yeah, this is the same one." They just called it Kai and shortened it. And
that wasn't outside didn't know.
But yeah, so we went on an anime tangent.
Yeah, sorry. Just if you see the third one, you'll recognize some anime tropes in that. But yeah, it was dope, and I just wanted to get your opinion on the first two, see how you felt about that. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Uh-oh.
Yes, JJ. You said, my boy, like the minions. That's cool.
How's everything else going over here in TV land? How's everything else going in TV land, bro?
Okay. I'd like to hear it.
I'm out here being a dad, you know. I'm over here harassing people at the airport. You know, I dance.
Yo, now for nothing, I'll be chilling, bro.
When the last time you danced?
Yeah,
when the last time you danced?
I'm here. What happened? Ooh, like seriously? Oh, story. I went to my homegirl Michelle. Shout out to her. I went to a baby shower. And I'm like, cool. All my dancer friends are here. Cool. I bet. Sidebar. I did a fashion show for her, and I was like, running her backstage. And this dude is there helping out the bartender because the bartender is this girl. I look mad familiar. And I'm talking to his girl because I know her. And I'm like, yo, fam, you look mad familiar. I'm like, what? Your name Banks? He was like, yeah. I'm like, yo, I haven't seen you in that long. Ran into Banks at some random event. Crazy. Right.
Like, what are the odds?
Right. He was just sitting there. I'm like, bruh, like, don't you dance too? He was like, yeah. I was like, oh, yeah. I know it was crazy. Anyway, so I'm at the baby shower, and I'm dancing. I'm like, all right, cool. I get there. I had like two Jamesons and orange juice. Two of them.
Story just went
Yeah. Oh, how or when that became my drink of choice. But
so I'll be like, hi, my name's Salah. I'm out. No, I'm joking. Jameson's strong. I heard how potent they are. But go ahead.
Nah, it is, but it's like, okay,
I
I
know.
never drink to get
You ain't
drunk.
never
I
gonna
always
do
drink
that.
to get like, so I'm like, I bet, cool. Ate some food, whatever. Then they had like rum punches. I was like, I bet, let me get one of those. All right, let me get another one of those. And then I tried what's that new joint that Janelle
She promoting
Monáe is
something? Oh,
promoting?
see, I'm out of the loop. Now I'm gonna have to look it up.
Promoting like a scotch or something like that. But I was like, why not? It was horrible. But I was like, all right, cool. So now all the dancers on the floor. All right, so bet. We getting busy. We doing everything. They playing house. I'm like, bet. They playing old school. I'm like, bet. They playing. I just went rock. Oh, yeah, I got that too. Like, we lit. So I'm dancing. And I don't know how I did it. But I rolled my ankle. Right?
Oh, you are.
So I rolled my ankle. Nah, because I think I was trying to get out of the kid's way or something like that. And I rolled my ankle and I was like, all right, whatever, cool. Like, I kept going. Like, I just kept on there.
I was like,
wake up in the middle of the night. It felt like my foot was falling off the bone. It was crazy. Like, I was just like, oh my God.
Ooh, look at this tender foot.
Like, I literally
falling off the bone.
What's going on with my foot? What is this? Like, I don't understand. What is this? What is this tingling sensation? I don't know what's going on. So I had to like go into work, and I was like dragging my foot around like a mummy. It was crazy.
Bro.
Yo, I know that feeling. You remember that time we went to Season Vegan? I had just got back from Season Vegan a lot. We had jujitsu practice, and we were practicing kicks, and I kicked an elbow.
Learn how to be. Yeah. It's like, oh, yeah. Did you now? Jujitsu?
You ain't know I was into martial arts. I've been doing martial arts since I was a kid.
Bro. Last time I heard martial arts, you was trying to like find somebody who could teach it as like a program, like a whole program. But I see you just went on along by yourself. That's cool.
Nah, yo, ever since I was a little kid,
let the rest of us just get beat up out here in these streets, and you just like.
I kicked my instructor's elbow. He went to block, and the top of my foot kicked his elbow. And you know, I kind of felt it, but they didn't know how serious it was, and they pushed me. He was like, "Come on, throw that kick!" Like, so I'm throwing it into the bag afterwards. And it's like harder, like, and I did it, and I kind of like limped off a little bit. But yo, when I tell you, I could not walk for like 3 days straight. And she knows. Like, I was trying to mask it. We drove to Harlem. We on Harlem trying to go get some food. It was my right foot.
What foot was it? Oh, it was your gas pedal foot.
So everything I had to do was painful. Everything. Braking, hitting gas, it didn't matter what it was. It was horrible.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing was, the pain, it hit the very top of your foot, and it went up to my ankle area. So it was all in there, was swollen, and I couldn't really move it. And I was like, hop, jumping. That pain, and when I messed up the side of my knee in the gym, like, I didn't know I was getting a sign to stop. Like, my knees started hurting on the side, and I'm one of them people. I'm like, I'm already in the middle of the workout. I'm keep doing. So I'm jumping rope, because I used to jump. I'm like, I got to do 500 reps, right, before I stop. Because I jump like somebody who boxes, so they go by quick. So I'm up there. I'm like, do. But I had just got finished doing a leg press machine. And I was like, yo, why my knee feel a little weird on the side? And I was like, I'll be fine. I kept going. It just started getting worse. I was like, huh?
Why are my tendons pulling so hard?
Bro,
why is my leg falling apart? I would keep jumping.
It was bad. And then, Nate wasn't with me. So when I got home, I was like, yeah. It took me mad long, because I was taking a bus back then instead of driving. So I took the bus.
Even for him to get up the stairs.
And she was like, why is it taking this man so long to come from the train station, from the bus? So I get in and I'm walking up the steps and she's like, "Why is it taking him so long?" She comes and she looked. She's like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" I was like, I'm fine, bro. I had to walk like I had my legs in slings. I had to straddle them and walk like this in order to get places. I had to use my arms on the rails to get down.
You got to walk like swimming around your
It was
body.
bad. It was really bad. Oh man. So,
How's DJing?
That's DJing is good. I gotta I've been oh my god. I've been getting music. I gotta DJ a Sweet 16 on the 17th of June. That's gonna be interesting. Cause the family is Puerto Rican and Jamaican, so
you want to have a festive
it's gonna be a very
Sweet 16.
yeah, it's gonna be pretty lit. And then I did I went with Ricardo and we DJ'd my artist showcase. You know, so that was cool. And also another one of my mini projects, but I'm really getting this one. I'm really pushing this one. I'm gonna do a live stream radio show. And I'm gonna DJ, and then we're gonna have an artist come in. Then we're gonna interview them, and then after that, to close out the show, we're gonna let them perform. So that's gonna be good. Feel really good. That
kind of gives me a mild, like a music version of what Nick Cannon was doing with Wild 'N Out, how they would have people come on, do whatever it is that they're gonna do, and then at the end they get to perform.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be pretty cool, man. It's gonna be real cool. We're gonna be doing all the upcoming artists and everything like that. So right now I'm just waiting for my brother to send me a logo, possibly.
Yo, bring me on like the digital Sandman.
Nah,
like, I would be excellent. I was like, yo.
Do you know his role?
Well aware.
I'm well
aware of his role. We grew up watching this man.
Good, bad, or indifferent.
Don't worry. It's digital. It's remote. It can't be that bad, right? So you just gotta let me have control of the live. They were like, "What happened to them?" I was like,
"It's gonna be in person. They gonna be in person."
Oh man.
So they, I jump on
you want
and do this.
You want to play a game with us? So it's a question.
Sure, why not?
No, come on, you missed these times. These are questions that are already pre-made. Okay. It's not me making them up, right? So don't worry about it. He's like, okay, that's fine. Because if you're making them up, I don't want no parts of it.
Yeah. I got a question. Very existential.
Okay.
All
right. So, first question: what's the weirdest movie you've ever seen? And I know
the weirdest movie
you done seen a lot. You and Buddy are like the movie buffs. So
crazy, and I like that. Like we're the movie when it comes to mainstream, but like odd movies, me. I think the weirdest movie I ever seen was. I was gonna say Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Near and dear to my heart.
But
you don't like the clowns drinking people's blood through the straws and the cotton candy little.
He turned them into cotton candy cocoons and then just drink them crazy. That was like, dang. After that, it might be either The Machinist or Donnie Darko.
I never actually watched Donnie Darko. I had it and never watched it. I know what it is. I know what the synopsis is, and it's like the levels of hell, essentially, right? And Donnie Darko, where he's going through madness.
It's kind of like that. Like for what I took from it, it was ill because I don't want to tell the whole movie, but the scene opens up where he's a sleepwalker, and when he was sleepwalking, a airplane engine fell through his room. And it was like, oh shoot! And then he starts going through all of these
Okay,
things.
yeah.
And,
Nah, I'm probably gonna watch it. I haven't watched it, and I've had this movie for dumb long. Okay, so Donnie Darko is your choice. What's yours?
Yeah. The weirdest movie I've
Wait. Is Donnie Darko? That's your choice, though, right?
He said after Killer Clown.
So Killer Clown.
It was Killer Clown.
Okay. Killer Clown, Donnie Darko. What's yours next?
But the weirdest.
A lot of these movies I end up seeing, like, because I wake up in the middle of the night and they on TV.
You be waking up to the infomercial.
Doing this.
This movie isn't even necessarily weird, but it was just like I couldn't follow it, so my brain just placed it in the weird box. But what was the name?
Vanilla Sky. Vanilla Sky.
Is that it?
Well, who was in it?
I always mix them up.
Yes, it's Vanilla Sky.
Okay, I was like, I don't understand what I'm watching. Wait, was there snow? Then that's not it. There's this movie, and I swore we went to see it in the movie theater because I remember us sitting like on the side, and it was like a group of us.
I know you're not talking. Skyline is an alien movie. That's the worst movie of all time.
Oh, Sky.
Is it that? Was that one? Was there snow in Skyline?
No.
Okay, I don't know what this movie is, but it's something Sky. My brain can't even fully remember the movie. This is how like I tuned out. It was something where they were like trucking through snow, and I feel like who you gonna say was in Vanilla Sky?
Tom.
Okay, it's one of them. Somebody who looked like him. I don't know if it's him, if it's his movie or not, but I be mixing them up. And it's something to do with snow, and they're like trying to figure out.
Alive?
I don't know. Don't ask me the name of the movie. I don't know.
I'm still waiting for you to give this synopsis because all you say was snow.
I can't even 100% remember. This is how like my brain was just like this movie doesn't make any sense. They're like in the snow and they trying to get out of the snow, and then I don't know if there was like something trying to get them but I don't feel like it was like a person. I feel like it was like and not like an alien. Or maybe it could have been aliens. I don't know. But there was definitely something trying to get them. And I was just like, I don't know. Hi, Shauna. But yeah, that movie, I was like, I can't. And also the Saw movies. Because I felt like I wasn't here for how gory they got. And I was just like, this is weird. Like, I feel like it was like kind of good. It was a good plot, but I wasn't here for how gory they
they were definitely there for shock value. Right?
Yeah. Like, I liked the plot of Saw movies, but then it was just like, oh, let me completely rip your arm off, and you're like, like your eyeball.
When Shorty fell in the back of the needles,
bro,
in the floor, like she fell.
I could not deal. I couldn't deal.
Jordan,
let's see.
Turn the TV on.
Let's do another one. Okay, here's a good one. Since you're a chef. What's a pizza topping that most people hate but you secretly love?
Mushrooms. There's no secret.
I like it.
I'm telling you, like right now, it's mushrooms.
It's mushrooms on there.
That is technically my answer, but it's not. I don't like regular mushrooms. I like it when Screamers puts on trumpets. They have like trumpets on their pizza.
I never even considered that's what those were.
Yeah, they have those. They have like it's like you can see the regular mushrooms, and I pick those off. But the other ones, obviously, because I eat a lot of trumpets, so I can tell that those are trumpets, and I leave those on, and it kind of gives it like a little bit of I don't know, chickenish kind of a.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That sounded like a freaking cold. You know, what are you talking about?
All right. So, if you could be invisible for a day, what would you do?
If I could be invisible for a day, I'll probably go to the whitest neighborhood possible and just observe their habits.
I'm just sitting there like.
Like, you're just going to observe them? I might, like, flip tables or something and pretend to be a ghost and make them move out their homes.
Yeah.
Cause a little ruckus.
Rabbits do bad little inconveniencing things like just take all the laces out of one shoe. Take one.
I was gonna say they hide all the
out,
seasonings, but then I
leave it.
remembered who we were talking about.
Right. Or just like turn the shower on, let it steam up,
Exactly.
Black Lives
Like
Matter
that's something I would do.
Nah, but if I was invisible for a day, that's interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna do something like
No, criminal. So here's a good follow up, right? Is it like when I'm invisible, do the things I touch become invisible? Or is it just me walking around with a bag of money that I stole from the bank and people are like, where's that floating bag of money going?
Yeah, man, you're not going to be chasing the bag. Nowhere you're going to get away from it.
I ain't gonna lie, and hopefully this don't get me on a no-fly list or nothing like that, but I would definitely go like mess with people. Like people in Congress will probably
say,
like
fair warning.
Some of y'all gotta go. You're 82 anyway. You shouldn't be running nobody's country.
That part.
Right, you too old. Bankers, all that. The whole
right. They all gotta go. Y'all gotta get out of here. Y'all gotta get out of here. What else you got?
All right, so this is you pick an option. So it's like A or B, ready? And this is ridiculous. So would you rather pee every time you laugh or shark every time you sneeze?
Yeah.
I'd rather pee
yeah,
every time
bro.
I
I can't shark a period. Like that would make me, because then first off, granted, peeing is technically ruining your underwear. But even if you wore like liners or like paper towels or something, that could kind of like hold you a little bit. You literally are shitting, because that's what a shart is. It's shit coming out of a fart every time you sneeze. Now, granted, I don't sneeze a lot.
That's the whole point. It's like you don't sneeze a lot, but you laugh a lot.
I'm not taking that chance. Like,
all day.
Here's the thing. I smell like pee.
You're like, yup. I don't smell like shit. No.
My pee don't smell like ammonia. Right? So
he was like, there's pee loss in my urine.
I got
now the others
can't do that. Can't do that.
So what's the funniest song you know all the lyrics to?
I don't think I know all the lyrics, but
and then
I know the funniest song. I know random parts.
What is
and it's
it?
so terrible. Think about it. What were we doing in the 90s? Your mom was on crack rock.
On crack rock.
Yo, I feel like most people ain't even gonna know what that song is, but that song was so ridiculous.
My mama.
Let me see. What's yours?
All the ones I'm thinking of aren't necessarily funny. They just like ultra ratchet. Like you don't know name. Like ain't no reason I should know all the words to that. What's Lil' Kim? And Biggie. What would you do when your girl is untrue? You cut the door off and find someone new, like another in my life.
Remember when you said you would die for me? All of that was just lies to me. Mother should have never said bye to me. Now you cry for me like Jodeci. It's like that, y'all. I think another from the back, y'all. Black Nasty. Matter of fact, y'all, you should have seen it.
Mad fat, y'all.
So that's what she said. Mad fat, y'all. Anyway.
Bad lyrics.
Okay, this is a weird question. Is cereal a soup? Why or why not? Not his face. He said, what? Is cereal a soup?
Yo, y'all in the comments, answer this too.
That's Muhammad.
Let us know, is cereal a soup?
Muhammad, answer it. Is cereal a soup? Why not?
No.
Why?
Cereal is not a soup because soup has specific guidelines of why.
Go ahead, tell us what they are.
Is milk a broth? No.
I mean, people, maybe.
No.
You know, if you add in some ingredients like sugar to your milk. If that doesn't qualify.
Soup. Yes.
Not even.
No. No.
With soup, you got broth, your oil.
I mean, is that a requirement for it to be a soup?
I mean, the soup part is the liquid, and the liquid is the broth. So if you don't have broth, you don't have soup. You probably have stew, depending on how thick it is. Like it's no.
Well, what if I like my cereal stewy?
Gross.
I have not all the mental. I don't have
I'm not
at the mental capacity to answer that. It's soup a drink or a meal?
It's soup a drink or a meal. Or it depends. If you can probably classify it as a drink. Probably if you was having like the broth part, it's like drinking tea. If you having tomato soup and you put it in the cup, then hey, there you go. That's your drinking choice. If you drink soup out of a cup, you can probably drink if you want to. But all in all, soup is a type of food classified as a food.
Okay.
Because it requires food.
You ready for the next one? What's your funniest high school memory?
Yeah.
What's your funniest high school memory?
My funniest high school memory?
I know you got some. You used to talk about watching people almost walk off the curb and get hit by buses. There's got to be something funny in there.
Ever let you live that story down. Like,
we were sitting there, we were like,
the rest of our natural friendship.
Did he just say he was going to let her die?
Not so many words, right? Like, I don't even know why I did that. I just was like frozen, like, is somebody about to die in front of me? Funniest high school memory.
Back in the day.
I had a lot of.
I'm sure you did.
It was funny. Memory?
Oh, I'm trying to remember because I know we was in a lunchroom, and I think somebody started messing with the special needs kid DJ, and at this time DJ is like mad tall. He's tall already, and he's like stocky. And DJ was cool. Yeah,
till that day.
Nobody. And man, like y'all crack jokes here, crack. I don't know what this person did, but DJ got up and just flipped the whole lunch table. It was like, bro.
Nah, I would have been out.
Like grabbed dude and like was about to body slam him mad hard to everybody try. And I'm the funniest one, but it's just like, boy, like,
that's funny to me.
What did you do? And it was one of those situations where the lunchroom was quiet for no reason. Like you know what's about to happen. I'm just, it was not quiet in here. Boom. And DJ always wear this jacket that was like way too small for him. Like his wrist was always out.
It's always out. You're mad. A short sleeve jacket.
Yeah, I think it was like a green member only. It was just like, yeah, you don't want to mess with anybody like that. Go pee potty, but. Yeah, it was crazy. I think that's one of them.
So we actually had a food fight in my high school. It was literally like how you see stuff on TV. I was not participating because that day was tater tot day. And what I used to do was I would go around and I would collect tickets. And I would give the lunch lady 3 tickets and I'd be like, fill up my tray with tater tots. And so I was like, I'm not playing in this, I'm not participating today because tater tots were my favorite day. But it was still funny to like literally see everybody throwing food at each other. It was like TV in real life.
So for you,
See, those are the
normally, you know, I know high school is a certain age.
Real quick. Muhammad, funny story, not fond memory, funny memory.
Yeah,
But
funny.
go ahead. Yeah, tater tot day. That was my favorite day. It was a few days out the week too, but go ahead.
Tater tot day.
I still like tater tot day.
Potato freak.
We'll
Anyway,
have some french fries after this. Don't judge me.
get a potato, all right. So anyway, for some people, 8th grade is high school.
Okay.
So I'm gonna add a funny memory from my 8th grade year. Only because this is the only one that keeps popping into my mind. I'm trying to think of other stuff, but this one particularly keeps popping in my head. So this is my first or second year of Spanish. And I can't remember our teacher's name, but it was a shorter Spanish lady. So I'm in the class, and every now and again, you have somebody who comes, it's like a proctor that'll come and analyze how well the teacher is doing in class, right? So a dude comes in, he sits in the class, and you got the period of time where the bell rings, whatever, to get your seats. Kids is always, a little rowdy, we talking, whatever. We'll be all sitting there. So she comes in, and you ever see somebody when they're trying to impress somebody? So they talk a little shit, try to act a little high and mighty. So she used to wear heels, and she used to walk like dumb hard on these heels. So she comes into the classroom, and she looks at the guy. She's like, all right, guys, let's settle down. Let's do X, Y, Z. And I was like, why is she acting like this? Like, she's never like this, right? And then she looks at him. She was like, we're off to a rough and arduous start, right? And I was like,
arduous.
So I sit in the front of the class by the door. Like, so when she said this to him, he was like 2 seats behind me in the next row. So I had to turn around and look. She already passed a good amount of us, right? So right after she said that, and in my head, I was like, what the f is she talking about? As soon as that happened, she fell so hard. I've literally never seen anybody fall this hard in my life. In the back of the class, there was a tabletop that was just like, it was like a weird desk area with the cabinets above it. Some classrooms have it. This was like weird. And she fell from 2 tables away to that and just fell and grabbed her arm to keep her from hitting her face on the floor. But her whole upper body hit the cabinets that were underneath it. And she made so much noise on the way down. And I couldn't hold it. I started dying. I was like, yo, karma comes back to get you, because I was like, why is she trying to show off for this dude? And as soon as that happened, she tripped so damn hard and fell so hard. She fell with the velocity of a baseball pitch. She hit that shit so hard. That was the funniest for me. And even though it was 8th grade, still funny. Matter of fact, you want to hear something funnier? Wait, Muhammad says funny story. I stood up for myself, ripped into this bully for getting on me for looking a tune for a week. Asked him straight up if he knew what his mother was doing so he can dress nice, or that his pops was open. I was fed up that day because I was hungry.
Hangry will do that for you. Hangry could result in saying some things.
Nah, I got another funny one. And it's not even so much as a story as it is a funny memory. We had this teacher named Miss Anita, and Miss Anita, lady, she was mad nice. And for anybody that may be watching Indian, forgive me.
Not a disclaimer.
No.
Where's this going?
So Miss Anasia will call you out every time you came into her class late. But it's so funny because she'd just be sitting at her desk look to the right when you walk into the room. Just be like, late, come on. Like, what? What'd you say? Like, you always late. Why you always coming to the class like late? You are late comer every day. Every day you are late comer. So she was just screaming at every late comer. Late. I'm going to tell your mother and father that you were late. I was like, oh, okay. So you walk into the room. They're like, wait, don't say it. I know already. I know.
I'm not gonna hold you. I would have walked into class a few minutes late every day just to hear her say it.
Right. Freaking. All right. And one day, and Miss Anasia, she was like pregnant, and she worked all the way up until like her last month. This lady water broke right in the middle of the classroom.
Ain't no dedication in the world.
She was just sitting. She was just sitting there like, just looking around. And then one of my homegirls was like, Miss Anasia, what you doing? And water on the floor. And then somebody was like, no, stupid, her water broke. Sorry, buddy, you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
She was like, no, her water broke. Your water broke? So why you just sitting there? Oh my God, that wouldn't be me. Like, just going off, and then we had to go get people. It was crazy. And she was just sitting there so calm and relaxed with mad just
she's wild.
Yeah, she's definitely wild.
She's definitely wild.
She definitely was the wildest. Hey, wash your hands.
I got a story. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
This one was this was a while ago, but this is when I first came back to New York, and Nay was introducing me to all of her friends, and we ended up going to her high school fashion show.
The boyfriend. What?
Bro.
She went to fashion. So we get to fashion, and I meet her homie Jorge. Jorge's not cool.
Jorge.
Me and him, we sitting in the risers in the back, we chilling, we talking, watching the fashion show. Nay is doing something.
I was eating pound cake.
She was eating pound cake. She had snuck in her pound cake. She's sitting there eating pound
Food
cake,
is always my downfall.
chilling. And me and Jorge is looking at the show. So I don't know if you've ever been in fashion. Their runway is different. Like it's like a zigzaggy weird thing, and it has gaps in it, right? So it's like three runways, and they intersect in a weird way.
It's the regular stage, and it's the long runway.
Yeah, but then there's like
a diagonal cut.
Okay, and the diagonal cut, because it's a diagonal cut, it has holes.
There's two holes. There's two like triangles
that are there, so it intersects to the middle runway, bruh. So the students are walking, going through their show, whatever. And then they start introducing, faculty members who help with the show. So lady gets up there, white lady gets up there. And they're like, let's say her name is like Miss Tanner. I don't know what her name is. And they're like, yeah, Miss Tanner is such and such. And she's, you perform. You've been on stage, right? When a spotlight is in your face, you can't see. All right.
Correct.
So she thought she was going down the middle of the runway. What she didn't realize was she went down the in-between of the cut runway and the middle runway to the abyss. So
it was deep.
What was bad about it, right, was me and Jorge were the main ones that were sitting in this area, because it was like all the alumni happened to come back in that area.
Yeah, we were like in the back section.
But Jorge and I were the only ones looking at the stage at the time for some reason. I don't know why. I was like, why would the universe allow me to see this? She walks, and then she just disappears.
Wow.
So you see her start walking, she's waving, and then she just goes away. Like this. No lie. She goes like this. And you don't see her anymore. And so I said, me and Jorge were like, oh, no. And I looked at him, he looked at me, and I was like, bruh. And then the security guard gets on stage. Instead of helping her, he goes over to the hole and goes,
and just looks down.
And he doesn't lend a hand to anything. Your man peeks over and just looks down at her. And then radios for something and just walks off. Yo, she was injured. They had to get the ambulance out. Like, it was bad. What up, JJ?
You know, hi, bud.
He's like,
hi.
why you gonna put me on live like this, Pops?
You know that's who you Ivan and them was doing the show?
Nah, he radioed
pretty
like
much.
that.
Because it was deep. So it was taller than her.
Yeah.
So she standing up was pointless.
Yeah, like she couldn't have. I'm pretty sure she stood up and we still didn't see her. It was that tall. That's how high the stage was.
She stood up. They had to raise her out, and it wasn't that she wasn't hurt. They brought the ambulance because they didn't know if she was hurt. But she got up and did the "I'm fine" wave, and they were like, "No, you're gonna go get checked out because you're not about to sue us because you fell in the abyss."
Yeah, she definitely teleported. She instant transmission to the floor.
When I tell you, I looked up. I saw the lady wave, right? And I'm like, oh, like, this isn't like, it's not like she's wearing like clothes or anything. So I'm like, this isn't an important part of the show. I could look down to get a piece of my pound cake. I look up, the lady's there. I grab my pound cake. I look up again, the lady is gone. And Will and Jorge are like, oh! And I'm like,
dying.
What happened?
He was like, so they walked into the hole. It was bad. It was bad.
It was like, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's like the dude who was we was at a Halloween party at what is it, Voodoo Lounge is what it was called.
Oh yeah.
On what street was that? Franklin, maybe?
Notion?
It was on Notion and Franklin. Somewhere it was in Brooklyn. Anyway, we had this lounge. We chilling with Lola. Lola had worked there at the time. It was a Halloween party. So we booked it. They coming from the top step. This dude in a sailor outfit, like a sailor's outfit. The steps, it got to be like 15 steps. And your man takes a complete slip and tumble down the steps. All you heard was boom, boom. And I happened to be looking up the steps. The steps were so tall, the bottom of his feet were above my head. So he came down the entire flight. And he was trying to hold the wall to slow. So he holding his arms out to the side, trying to grab the wall, and just kept sliding. All the way. The only thing that stopped him was the edge of the bar on the bottom floor was there, so his foot hit that.
And because it curved. It curved this way. So he like got stopped by, the momentum of the corner.
It was bad. It was pretty bad.
But that was definitely a good funny time.
Mm-hmm.
When I came down.
Oh man. Nah, but it was good though. Good and funny.
But I got this is way past everybody's bedtime. The boy. I got to be to work at 4 a.m. So I'm getting up at 1:30. Hooray for my life. But I have a question. I've been asking this question for like the last 2 weeks. If you had power to walk through somebody, if you had the power to walk through somebody's mind, would you do it? But like, it's tangible when you walk through there. Like, you could open up doors. You can speak to their you can speak to them in their memories and
how many people am I allowed to do this to? Absolutely.
As many people as you want. What would be your reason?
I would do it to the people who speak without listening. Mainly because those are the people who you cannot reason with, and they need intervention.
What's up, King Breezy?
So that would be my reason, because I feel like in a world of mostly illogical people, I now believe most people are illogical.
Yeah, 100%.
There has to be a means by which we can change that without it being invasive or intrusive. And if I'm able to unlock and close, unlock some doors, because I feel like they close certain doors off, and that's why they can't think or see things a certain way. So if I can go through your mind and just open the door without changing anything, just like, boop, boop, now it's going to change on its own, because you can start questioning things. And when you do that,
Right.
makes it easier for you to accept that both your truth and somebody else's truth can exist in the same space.
Yeah.
And y'all can move that way. Let's see.
That's lit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, personally, I would do it, but like knowing that everything is shit. Like, keep in mind, everything is tangible, so you can get stuck if you go down a dark hallway. So it's like that'll be my only fear. And also, I'm like too inquisitive, and like I thought about this because like I'm not gonna lie, I be wanting to like get into the mind of like serial killers and be like, why would you do that? But I can get trapped, so kind of like the cell with Jennifer Lopez.
But here, okay, so let me ask you this, just as a continuance of that before you get off. What if you couldn't get trapped, but you could get infected by what their thoughts are?
Ooh, I wouldn't do it.
Not even if you had the chance to change their thoughts? I mean, you can then choose not to go into the serial killer's mind.
That's true too. I mean, I'll probably still do it. I only like thought about it because like I want to do like the sensory deprivation chamber, like some deep meditation. But I'm afraid of my own mind and my own thoughts. I'm like,
There is a room. There are two. There's a room that is considered the quietest room on the earth, and I think it's in Washington. There's one in Washington. There's one in like I don't know, Detroit or something. I forgot what other room is, but this room is so quiet, right, that after maybe 10 to 20 seconds, you start to hear your breathing. You start to hear your bones and joints moving. Like, it's that quiet. And they said usually people can't last in there for like 3 minutes or whatever. I forgot what the longest time lasting is, but it's like the sound is taken away from that room, so the only sounds you hear are inside that room, which are the sounds that end up coming from your body.
Now Muhammad saying it sounds like the room of concealment on some Harry Potter.
I mean, it does sound like that.
I think I'm looking.
I said I would go just to see if I would be able to like deal with it.
Cosmetology
I'm
boys.
sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, JJ.
Oh, and for the record,
JJ say
Good night, Bobo.
He said, "Let go, my daddy." For the record, I need you to know that you were one of the last people. We were one of the last groups to do archery tag at that location because they closed. Yeah, they're not open anymore.
No.
Yeah, it was amazing though.
We gotta find another one. We gotta get up.
For sure. Oh, you saw the game box thingy? It's like an immersive box. It's like a room.
Oh yes,
room is like
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm down with that.
I'm gonna try that, or I might want to go to the Smash.
You're not talking about that.
I need to go to the Smash House.
Go break everything. Everything. They were like, "Sir, that's another human." No, it should have been in the room with me. Everything is fair game.
That's another human.
Everything here.
Everything is fixed.
Anyway, I know you are.
But yo,
thanks for joining us, Sailor. Love you much.
We love you, bro.
Bye, JJ. Love you, boo. He's like, I'm drawing. Can y'all leave me alone?
Yeah, all right. Please.
When he's drawing, that's peace.
Oh, look at that. So much screen real estate.
I know. And we're back.
I know. Back and bigger than before.
Oh, man. I feel like that was good, though. I was laughing a lot. My cheeks kind of hurt a little bit.
There's a joke in there somewhere, but I'm going to leave that alone. But anyway, shoot, we went over our time again.
I like to continue with my jokes. Always, without fail.
Yeah, we keep going.
I enjoy going up over our time, though, because we're having a good time, and you guys are having a good time, too. So,
I feel like, let's see.
Are you trying to go back to Muhammad's story?
He says, sorry, requirement. Muhammad the goats. Oh, man. Yeah, but no. Did you have any other questions you want me to ask you? You do a couple questions and get
Okay,
out?
I'll do a
Okay,
couple
so
questions.
let's do
Well,
two.
let's make it an open floor question. So
Okay,
I'll answer
open
it.
floor.
But if y'all are here, y'all
You
type
answer
in
it
and
as well.
answer it as well.
What's the most embarrassing outfit you've ever worn?
Embarrassing outfit?
I think I have one for you.
If you ask my mama, everything I wore in high school was embarrassing.
Not ask your mama.
Oh, you talking about archery tag if we were the goats. Yeah, we are.
Oh, yeah.
Embarrassing outfit.
You invited next time we go.
I don't know. I never, like, in my head, really wore things where I was like, oh my God. I'm like, my outfits were all pretty cool. Like, even if I look back on it and I'll be like, oh, like, why was I wearing that? Like, in high school, I used to wear, like, I was slim, obviously. I'm still slim, but I was slimmer. And I would wear, like, just fitted, but not, like, necessarily tight dresses. And I look back on it and I'll be like, that dress didn't look right. Or, like, that design was ugly or something like that. But it wasn't necessarily something that I would be embarrassed of.
Corduroy pants.
You and these corduroy pants.
I was forced to wear
your
corduroys.
Mama and your aunties did you so dirty. I'm not going to hold y'all. I looked good in a good corduroy pant, okay? I wasn't mad. And, it could be I'm a girl. But I like the good corduroy. Corduroy and a turtleneck. That's a good 80s outfit
I can deal with a turtleneck now. Back then, the corduroy, cool, man. Like, ain't no kid back then trying to.
I'm gonna find me. You gonna wear some corduroys now?
I will not.
I'm gonna find us a matching outfit.
That is the one thing I still will not wear.
I'm gonna find us a matching outfit, and we're gonna do a photo shoot.
That's great. You're gonna find a matching outfit that you are gonna wear because I ain't gonna wear it. Anyway,
we're gonna do a 70s inspired photo shoot.
Let's see. He said I dressed like a tune for a week. This
same story. I'm done. What is tune?
Corny.
Oh, okay. But on purpose?
What's the cringiest dad joke you know?
Wait, he said he had on a Timberwolves jersey, Timberwolves jeans, and black Timbs.
Okay.
He looked okay that Monday, just not the rest of the
Oh, got you. I understand.
What was the question?
What is the cringiest dad joke you know?
Cringiest dad joke. Man, my brain is not good at remembering the dad jokes. And you tell so many, and we watch
The Last of Us?
No, but that's funny.
The dinosaur.
I was talking about the guys who tell the bad dad
jokes.
Yeah,
nah, they be
like their jokes are cringy.
I remember
he said
nothing wrong with corduroys.
Thank you. We're gonna get this man some corduroys.
Yo, K Breezy.
Some corduroy. Not K Breezy.
You officially K Breezy. Yo, K Breezy. Show me a picture of you in corduroys
and then you
out there and proud of your corduroys, and I'll believe you. Until then, I don't want to hear any of that. There's nothing wrong with corduroys. That's like somebody saying this building's on fire. There's nothing wrong with a little heat. Like I don't want
a little fire.
I don't want to see you in corduroys, and then I'll believe it. Okay, so this is kind of an inappropriate. It's not inappropriate.
Okay for the winter.
Nah, corduroys ain't okay for the winter. Corduroys is okay for starting fires.
Okay, got it.
I still wouldn't recommend it. Okay, so forgive me because this is not a politically correct joke.
None of the ones I thought were politically correct, so that's why I skipped it.
And it's not necessarily a joke. It's more of a pickup line. And I remember my freshman year in college, I used this in a dating game show we were in. And so I go,
this is about to tank.
I said,
it's about to tank.
I said, yo, so the girls on one side, 3 dudes on the other side. So it was me and 2 of my friends. One of my friends was kind of super corny on the show. Like, he was a really dope person. He was just super corny on the show. And my other boy was like, the athletic, sexually, whatever, like that was his vibe. And I was the dude who was smart, witty, funny, and attractive. So that was my competition with him just being overtly sexy, because I'm not an overtly sexy person, Back then I wasn't,
Yes, you was, because that's when I met you.
So we get in the show and they're like, give us your best pickup line or how you would approach her if you wanted to talk to her. So the dude is like, first dude is like, because I was doing number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So they asked number 1 and 3, then they asked me. And it was like, so number one, he was like, let me get your best pickup line. He was like, how you doing? I like to know X, Y, and Z, yada, yada. And they were like, ooh, whatever, right? Like, cheesy, corny stuff. So then they get to number three, and he said something extra goofy. And then they get to me, and they was like, well, what would you say, number two? And I was like, hey, yo, Mom, are your parents retarded? Because you're special.
This was fun, guys. Don't try to hold me here next to you, so I'm trapped.
Come on, wait. That joke goes a long way. Trust me, it works. Use it. I mean, don't use it. Not now.
Guys.
It probably wouldn't go over that.
Oh my gosh. This man said, use it. Do not. That is not advice that you have received here
Yo,
today.
that joke worked so well. Don't ask me why. And the dude, because I stole that joke from my roommate. I think Ariel was Mexican, and his boy Angel was Puerto Rican, and he was my roommate. Ariel was my roommate. We knew each other since high school, or we knew each other since elementary school. In high school, we decided to room with each other in college. And then his boy Angel, he had the worst jokes ever, and that's where I got
up here laughing and encouraging it.
Come on, it's a good joke.
Said definitely sound like something I would have said.
See, this is what I'm saying.
I don't care if it's 20 years ago.
Listen, you ask her that, butter in your palms, yo. I'm telling you, like. hey, can I ask you a question,
I'm
sweetheart?
trying to think. Stop. Okay, what was that dad joke? Oh man.
Let's see. Let me look up bad dad jokes. They're gonna come out.
I'm trying to remember the one. It was like it had to do with Jesus. I don't remember it, but it was good. Exactly you can't say that today. It's not gonna be.
You can say it today.
Read the thing.
See, I mean, there are consequences. You can still say it.
It says enough things.
Let's see. What can we say? What should you do if you meet? What should you do if you meet a giant?
Run.
Use big words. I don't know why you
just related all of my energy. Use big words.
What happens when the doctor gets frustrated?
What?
They lose their patience. This is bad, but it's funny.
Oh, that's good. That was a good one. All right, five more, and then we out of here. So go ahead.
How do celebrities keep cool?
Mm-hmm.
They have many fans. Hold on. Don't say corny. These are excellent.
That was cute, though. I like that.
Why did the employee get fired from the keyboard factory? He wasn't putting in enough shifts.
Shifts on the keyboard. Good.
Where does a sheep go to get a haircut? No, we're not even doing that one. That's bad.
Okay. Well, now I want to know it. Anyway, I won't count it, but what did it say?
The Baba shop.
No, yeah, that was
Baba shop.
No, that's bad.
What did the mama cow say to the baby cow? It's past your bedtime. Wait.
I hate people.
Why did the picture go to jail?
The picture?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's something to do with hanging. But...
He was framed.
Yeah, see, I was like, it's got to be something to do with hanging. Not, Bianca, not you up here laughing at the dad jokes, ladies of wisdom. Speaking of, March 20, Saturday. I can't remember if
Saturday.
It's the 25th or the 26th, but it's the Saturday of whatever that weekend is. I will be at her event March 25th, at her event for Ladies of Wisdom. Finance, fitness, and facials. So make sure y'all come on through. Go follow her page. Thank you. March 25th. Go follow her page for the details. I will be there vending from 3 to 7. It's on like 14th Street in the city. So come check us out. We'll be celebrating. Last Saturday of the month. But yes, go ahead. What's your next one?
How do birds learn how to fly?
Their moms kick them off the roof.
They wing it.
They wing it.
These are so bad, but they're
Come
funny.
on, you got one more.
I got another one. Okay,
Yeah, you got one more.
I'm gonna do a long scroll. Let's see where I end up.
We're doing dad jokes right now for all 19 of you who just joined in at the last minute. One last dad joke before we're out of here. That's my pleasure. I look forward to the event. I'm excited to go.
What do you call a fly with a sore throat?
What?
A horsefly.
No, give me another one.
Dogs can't operate. Dogs can't operate. Dogs can't operate MRI machines, but cats can.
That was a good one. That's a good one. That was a good one.
If you see a robbery at an Apple store, does that make you an eyewitness?
King Breezy like that one.
I had a date last night. It was perfect. Tomorrow I'll have a great. It was an emotional wedding. Even the cake was in tears. Our vacuum,
wordplay.
Our vacuum cleaner is getting old. It's just gathering dust.
It's supposed to do that.
What do lawyers wear to work?
Suits.
Lawsuits.
Mm-hmm.
Why do hamburgers go south for the winter?
You said these corny jokes mad funny.
Why do hamburgers go south for the winter?
Why?
So they don't freeze their buns.
Why
didn't the son go to college?
Why?
It already had 1 million degrees.
Valid.
I used to be a banker.
And then what?
But I lost interest.
That smile is so cute.
Why did the tomato blush? It saw the salad dressing.
All right, we're out. That's it. We're done. We're going, y'all. We're out. Not the last faces, y'all.
Okay, last one.
Go ahead.
The past, present, and future walked into a bar.
And then what happened?
It was tense. Come on. Who doesn't like an English joke?
Past, present, future tense. You're still looking. You said last one.
Where's the one place you should never take a dog? To a flea market.
Which brings up a relevant topic. Stop bringing your dogs into the grocery store. It's disgusting.
Why did the tailor get fired? He wasn't a good fit. What happens when ice cream gets angry?
It has a meltdown.
There we go. She out here, y'all. Where do crayons go on vacation? Colorado.
No, nobody. Boo, boo. Don't like that. Yes, keep the pets outside. Thank you. Stop bringing them inside the damn grocery store.
What do you call a shoe?
Yes.
What do you call a shoe made out of a banana?
Something slippery.
A slipper.
Oh, see? Something slippery.
What do you call a fibbing cat? I know you gotta get this one.
A fibbing cat?
Yes.
A lion! I'm a lion, Rob.
Okay. What's a scarecrow's favorite fruit?
A scarecrow's favorite fruit?
Mm-hmm. Strawberries.
I wouldn't have got that.
All right. I'm gonna give y'all one last one for real. All right, you ready?
He said this one. 14
Nah, I promise.
jokes ago.
I don't want that one. I ain't like that.
What you got? What you got for me? What you got for me? What you got? What you got? What you got for me?
All right, I'll give you 2.
I have to go from 1 to 2, y'all.
Getting paid to sleep would be my dream job.
Oh.
Why couldn't the toilet paper cross the road?
Why?
It got stuck in the crack.
Good night, y'all.
I'm sorry.
This is the Will and A podcast, episode 4.
Yeah.
We covered Creed 1 and 2. I hope y'all go out to see Creed 3.
So we can talk about it.
Yeah. Y'all got like 2 weeks max.
No. Y'all got until next week. I'm talking about it next week.
We're talking about it. And then we talked a little bit about anime and a little bit about funny stories. And then we're closing on some dad jokes. So I want to thank y'all for joining in for episode 4 of the podcast. We do this every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, here on Instagram Live at Adorned and Taji. I am Nate Marie of Adorned and Taji. This is Will Focus of the One Will Focus on all social media platforms. Make sure y'all go out and find. No spoilers. Go watch it.
Who said no spoilers?
You know who said it. Go watch it.
So what happens is
we gave y'all no spoilers this week. You're getting all the spoilers next week. Okay?
Yeah.
It's gonna be at the top. Creed spoilers.
Nah, I'm gonna just wait till Muhammad get in here. I'm just randomly saying
word vomit, everything that happens. Peace, King Breezy. Thank you so much for tuning in. We see y'all.
Stay away from the corduroys. And we will talk to you guys next time. We love you.
Peace. Peace.